Okay, so this is a complete breakdown of what the SEO competition levels mean in the Keysearch tool. So as you would have seen earlier in this video, when we were doing keyword research, we kept being brought to these keywords, and some of them are difficult, some easy. There's many different, so they range from like light blue all the way through to red. So I was explaining it briefly earlier on of exactly what they mean, but in this part of the video, I'm actually going to take you through and also explain everything behind them of what kind of backlinks you would need to use, authority to go for different keywords, etc. Okay, so what we're going to do is just read through the actual blog post, which is created by Keysearch themselves. And I believe the author is Dan, who may be, one of the creators. So he actually writes a majority of the blog posts. So this is really useful and really informational. And what I actually am planning on doing, instead of having this in one set video, I'm going to split it into two separate videos. So the video earlier will be one, and then this will be a second one. Okay, so in Keysearch, you may have noticed that we only provide a competition score, but we also provide different color levels with keyword difficulty. A question we get asked often is, what exactly do these competition levels mean? Okay, so you might be wondering what they mean. Okay, now we don't need to read that bit. And then SEO competition levels. So as you can see, these are the easiest keywords to rank for. So they range from light blue, light green, green, yellow, light red, and red. Okay, now that's in order of difficulty, which is very easy, fairly easy, easy, moderate, moderate, fairly difficult, and very difficult. So since SEO is ever changing, the actual scores ranges from these levels might change slightly if we feel that they need to, but for the most part they remain in the same range. Okay, so competition is fairly easy. Okay, so as you can see from this, it will give us, so this is the slam dunk range of keyword difficulty. You most probably won't find these keywords in this range, and if you do, most of them probably won't be receiving a ton of traffic or search volume. Okay, they may not matter though. Even if you find a few with small amounts of traffic, they are probably still worth targeting. Okay, because they may be informational keywords, but they're still worth getting people in through the door, so you can then put them in that selling environment. Okay, so then this is because these keywords should be incredibly easy to rank. Keywords within this range have such little competition, it's almost difficult not to rank them. Okay, think of it like this. Imagine you walked into a spelling bee with 11 people and the 10 contestants won a prize. It's not guaranteed you'll finish in the top 10, but it shouldn't be that difficult if you just do a little preparation. Getting a top 10 ranking within the competition level could be as easy as targeting the keyword. If you have an age site with mid-high authority and target the keyword properly, you most likely can rank them without even building any links. Okay, and I have actually personally tested this. I've found these keywords, and this is what actually allowed me to get my first 3 position 1 rankings is based on these keywords. So I found 3 of them. I found more as well, which I'm still targeting as well. So if you have a new site, you can probably rank for the keyword you can probably rank for a keyword like this just by getting a few easy backlinks from sites like Twitter, Facebook, etc. So just social media can help you to just get a brand new site to actually win this keyword position 1. You most likely won't need to do much at all. Okay, this also shouldn't take very long to rank. Over the years of ranking keywords takes longer, and and longer, but at this level you should be able to rank in the top 10 pretty quickly, possibly a few days or weeks. Now I established it within about 2 weeks of targeting that type of keyword, so I do know the tool's very accurate, and I've also cross-checked that with the data that I get on the search console, and it's very, very much accurate. Okay, now competition is fairly easy. So this is the next level, which is the light green keywords, and I believe we had one just over here, and that's one there. You can see that it's very easy. That's the one we found from competitor research on the last video. If you haven't seen that, then make sure you go back and check that video. Link to it will be in the description of this video. Okay, so this competition level should be pretty easy to rank, but may take a little bit more elbow grease to get the job done. A site that has already built some authority should be able to break into the top 10 without much problem. Once again, the authority of the site should do most of the work here. Maybe you'll be able to, maybe you need a few backlinks, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem. A new site will need backlinks to break the top 10 at this level. So if we're talking about a brand new site, you're going to need a few backlinks to break the top 10 at this level. Okay, so you're going to need a few backlinks. You shouldn't need much, but this level will require more off-page work than the first level. Okay, so you need to do a bit more, a few branded links. Okay, so the next level up, now what it is you see your anchor text. When they're saying branded links, they're talking about anchor text. So the actual word that you hyperlink back to your site. You see how this is like a hyperlink? They're talking about that. So branded, so ones that are associated around Keysearch and Dan, the author, and all of that. It needs to be something to do with the brand. Okay, so Google will pick up on that, because you don't want to do any variations of keywords, because that's the next level up. If you're not ranking for it, then you'll do variations, and then if you're still not ranking, you'll try and target exact match anchor text keywords, but you don't want to get to that point at the beginning. So this is the first sort of level. Okay, and if needed, a few more established links. Okay, so that could be of higher authority. This level may take a bit longer to rank. An authority site may be able to push into the top 10 within a few weeks, but a new site may be looking at a bit longer, maybe even a few months. So targeting these with a brand new site, you're going to need a few backlinks, and you can expect it to take a few months to actually get to that, you know, top 10 ranking. Okay, now next one is competition is easy to moderate. Okay, this is where things start heating up. Sites with a good amount of authority should still do fairly well here. It may start taking a month or a couple of months, but just authority can go a long way at this level. You might want to do some branded backlinks, get a Twitter and Facebook post up or something to link to the page to help things along. Okay, now what you can actually have, what I've realized is if you actually purchased your website domain through WordPress, then you could use Jetpack and it auto posts to all of your social media, so you're always getting a backlink every time you do a new post. Or I'm sure there are many plugins that you could install onto your site to automatically share your articles onto your social media, and it will take, like, you know, a piece of snippet from it. Okay, now sites with more lower to mid authority will need to put some work in off page end of things. Okay, so this is backlinking, etc. You will also need to have some patience. Keywords in this competition level range won't let you break into the top 10 quickly. If your site isn't an authority in a niche, it will take a few months, but patience pays off. Okay, so you're going to take a few months, so we're talking like 3, 4, 5 months up now. Okay, newer sites should prepare for the long haul. So a new site is, you know, it's going to be very difficult for you a very long time. This competition range sites should be targeting for the long term, but by that I mean keywords you can actually rank for after 6 to 12 months. So you can see here they're giving you a good range, which is very, very realistic. 6 to 12 months for a brand new site to actually rank. Now this is obviously for people who are new to SEO and you don't really know too much about backlinking and how to manipulate and get rankings faster. So 6 to 12 months is a very realistic approach for this, yeah, to start really building your authority. If you have a newer site, think of the range of keywords as the long-term goals. Okay, you should be able to find keywords that receive a good amount of traffic in this range. So this is very true, because if we look back on the tool, even just at these keywords here, you can see, like, you know, 14,000 searches a month, and a lot of them that are going to be high in this with the traffic are going to be like those green ones. So if we were to just take a look here and we unravel some of these, they're going to be those green keywords most probably. Yeah, you're going to get, look, so that's one there. Obviously you can see that's 14,000. So this is really interesting. You can see here Google is actually categorizing this as the same keyword. So this is for another video, but Google groups keywords. I'm not sure if they're still doing it, but from the looks of this tool, it appears so, because you can see all of these essentially mean the same thing. That's why they've got the exact same traffic. But yeah, that's how those keywords work. Like these ones, you see, you might get good traffic on these ones, which are green majority of the time. This one's yellow and yellow. Okay, so it's a bit more highly competitive, but that's how it works. So newer sites should prepare for the long haul. We've got that 6 to 12 months, etc., so on and so forth. Okay, now the next one is competition is moderate. So competition is moderate. This is the level where you'd be saying goodbye to newer sites. If you have a newer site less than 6 to 12 months old, you probably shouldn't even be thinking about targeting keywords within this range. Not need to say that they won't be feasible, but you need to build authority before you can think about this range. Okay, high authority sites can dabble in this range and have some fun. Your authority alone will not probably be enough to break the top 10, but link building can get you there. Okay, so you will need to start like heavily, you know, link building for these type of keywords. Okay, it won't be overnight, it won't be next week either, but those keywords are still within reach if you have a good plan. Okay, lower mid authority sites can look at these levels as long-term keywords. It will take a long time to rank these keywords and may be still worth targeting, since many keywords within this range bring in a lot of traffic. Okay, so we're talking like, you know, 20,000, 50,000 searches a month, etc., so on and so forth. Get creative with your link building and give it some time. Okay, usually once you're able to start ranking for keywords in this range, you'll be ranking for many long-term keywords across all across your niche. Yeah, so your site will be fairly established. So this is when you've established yourself, and Google are now ranking your pages for other keywords and so on and so forth. So they've picked up on relative keywords that are suitable to your posts, and you're ranking for multiple keywords. And a great example of that is if we click here, you can see these are the URL keywords for each of these individual URLs, and you can see some of them are ranking for over 500 keywords just on one page. So that's this page here. This one page is ranking for 500 different keywords. Okay, and that's how it works. So you can even see you know, they're bringing in 500 odd traffic, but some of them are bigger. You can 329 keywords. That one page is bringing in 13,000 searches a month. Okay, so let's go back to that. So let's have a look. So this leaves authority sites. I personally don't like to dabble in this range. Why? Well, why bother, I say. Okay, so this is the next one. Sorry, this is difficult keywords. Okay, just as we say goodbye to newer sites, last competition level, I'm saying goodbye to lower mid authority sites at this level. Keep working hard and you get to this level one day. Unfortunately, you're still probably a few years away from having the authority and link juice to rank these types of keywords. So these are like, you know, difficult keywords, okay, for big sites, okay, like probably domain authorities of like 50 plus. Okay, this leaves you high authority sites. Personally, don't like to dabble in much in this range. Why? Well, why bother is what I say. There are plenty of quality fish in the sea with lower competition levels. Once we hit this range, we're usually fighting out with the big boys. Okay, I will only target these keywords in range if they're crown jewels of my niche, so if it's really good and worth it for your site. Yeah, for example, a dog training site, of course your long-term goal is to rank for dog training, puppy training, etc., so on and so forth. Those might be fairly difficult, but to very difficult, but they are also long-term goal of your site. You may never want to get there, of course, but you're going to try. You may never get there, sorry, but you're going to want to try. Now, using the same example to get the keywords dog shock collars fell in fairly difficult range. For me personally, I'm not spending my energy fighting it out for this keyword when there are so many others I can rank for much easier, which is very true. Okay, it will take some time and effort, no matter what the authority your site is, to rank in this range. You should choose your keywords wisely. So you ideally want to be staying within this, and potentially this once you get up to, you know, a bit more established and a bit more authority. Now this is very difficult keywords, so these are for the sites that are huge moguls within the industry like Amazon and whoever, who are going to be targeting these type of keywords. Is your website a handful of the most authoritative in your niche? No, then don't think about it. So don't even go for these. Okay, these keywords are only for the big players. This is the search engine high rollers room. Keywords here will not only be dominated by highly authoritative, niche relevant websites, but actual pages ranking will be super relevant and highly authoritative themselves. authoritative themselves, sorry. If you're going to even try at this level, you don't need to do much keyword research, as since your site and businesses are at this point, you can virtually rank for anything in your niche. So you're just like a big mogul. Yeah. Now, if you are ranking for multiple keywords at this level, congratulations, you've made it big time. SEO has no definites. Yeah. SEO is crazy. It's a crazy business, and there are no definites. It's possible for your brand, a new site, to rank for very difficult keywords. Yes, I've seen it happen, but extremely rare. It's possible. Is it possible for highly authoritative site to can't break the top 10 in easy keyword? Yes, I've seen it happen as well. Why? Who knows? Google can be very odd at times. These outliers, though, these are not the norm. Okay, so basically you can see here that you should be going for these range of keywords, and in the last video I've actually told you how to find out what potential keywords your site should be going for, so you can see based on how authoritative your site is what keywords you should be going for. And if I were to take an example of a weak site, so let's just find like a site that's quite weak. We'll find like where's that easy keyword we found, like let's just say corgi husky mix. Let's just do that because I know it's an easy keyword. And what we're going to do is find a really easy website. So we can see here petmoo, wherever that is, yeah, .com. So we're going to get that website, and if we go and plug that into this tool here, you'll see how it changes and it gives you different metrics. So you can see they can only target those under 25 competitive keywords, so they need to be targeting fairly easy or lower. You can see that, yeah, 25 or below. So they cannot be going for all these competitive keywords, and this is what like people do with, you know, brand new sites. They try and target keywords that their site can't go for, and then they wonder why they're not getting the results. Now, you may potentially still rank for those keywords, but it might take you a long time. Now, this is one of my keywords that I've actually targeted, which I've just revealed. So it's a high cost per click, you know, a lot of competition in there, and then you can see it's 40,000 searches, and it's, you know, fairly easy competitiveness. But you can see all these sites that are actually, you know, really targeting it with the title, description, URL, everything. Okay, but you can see here that the ranking distribution and, you know, top level domains and all of that stuff, the anchor text, which is quite important. So if we were to put that site back in, look, because we've got more data on it because it's more aged, I'll show you this, like, which is really interesting about this tool as well, is that basically you can see like the estimated traffic to the site is 343,000 visitors per month. Let's just have a look and see what SimilarWeb says, 700,000, so double that. Okay, and what we're looking at here as well is you can see the top competitors, so they're competing with like Amazon because they're doing a lot of cookery and all of that. Domain strength, which is a 10 top level, you can see their domain strength, which is a 5. Okay, what keywords they should be targeting, how many links they've got, backlinks, and the do follow and no follow links. So you can see, you know, the actual percentage here, which they give you very clearly of, you know, how many do follow links they have opposed to no follow. And you can actually get those links if you go on to competitive analysis. And you can see here, obviously, past 12 months, this is where it's showing you the data from over the past 12 months. You can see how many backlinks they had at each specific point. So you can see how many of these referring domains are there. Look, so if I was to click view backlinks, it will actually take us to the backlinks tool. And what it is you can potentially reach out to the same exact site. So all the ones that are no follow, then you might reach out to them, you know, like all these no follow. You might go onto those sites because they're probably like, you know, blog comments and all things like that. So you can also see the anchor text that they've used. And what's interesting is you can see the anchor text here. So a lot of what they're using is organic authority, which is probably their brand or something. Yeah, see, so you can see that it's a branded. So the largest majority of anchor text is branded. Okay, so that's really interesting to know, because if we were basically trying to find out, you can see here in this tool, it will give you the yeah, so it's giving us the same. I thought it was more of a percentage. There it is. So 38% of their keywords is a brand. So if your brand is, you know, like youtube.com, then you would use YouTube as your brand. Okay, then you've got next. The next one is the actual website, the URL. So without the HTTP, just the organicauthority.com, and then you've got this generic kind of keyword thing happening here, generic, and then other anchors, which again is going to be generic. So you can see that they're using branded and generic. There's nothing that's exact match keywords. You can't see any keywords that are, you know, saying whatever they're trying to rank for, like cooking wear and things like that. They're not using that. So Google doesn't like that within this niche. Okay. And here, obviously, like I said, you can see all of the different backlinks. You can go and potentially go onto these sites. So that's their actual site. I don't know why that's showing as a backlink and that, but Organic Authority, oh sorry, so no it's not, so that's not their site. Yeah, it's not their site. So if we were to click here, we can see if we were to type the anchor, so you can see here, this is the anchor text. Going to Command C, copy that, Command F, and then Command V, and I can find that backlink straight away. That's the backlink that goes back to their site. Okay, so on this website here, and then it goes back there to that same site. Now, if we were to check this site's volume, you know, 317,000 visitors per month, and then with the tool we could also check how much traffic that specific URL is getting. If we were to how would I check that again? Is it organic keywords, competitor URL metrics? Okay, and let's have a look. I think it's this one here. It shows you basically how much traffic the URL gets. So traffic site, IPs, keyword site. I'm not sure that's exactly what I'm looking for, but yeah, that's it basically. You would, I can't remember exactly how to find that again, but I don't know, maybe here. Let's have a look. Yeah, so this tool, a bit with this part, it's a bit iffy. So like, but we're diving right in here, you know, so you can find obviously the pages and see what kind of traffic they're getting there. But when you're doing the research, it's very accurate and easy to find. But finding it just by plumbing in one page, it can get a bit difficult. Let's have a look if we can bring up the page here. We'll see if we can find something different there. But that's it, guys. I hope this was helpful to you. It's a very in-depth tutorial, and if you are new, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And let's have a look. Yeah, it's not bringing it up on there, so you know, it will more get the actual website opposed to the specific page on that. But when you are doing your keyword research, it's very accurate at finding that information, because if I were to just put that tool in, you can see the specific URL. It will show me here, you know, URL keywords, URL traffic. So that's where it shows me over here how much traffic that URL is getting, which is 6,000 on that site there. You can see, and look at all these, you know, keywords. These are all keywords you can target if you've got that kind of authority. I mean, what authority is that? 48. So you could really go for that if you've got that. So you can see this site, you know, all the metrics, and they're using just a lot of USA. Look, that's like their top anchor, USA, USA, USA. I don't know why. So they're using USA a lot. But yeah, that's about it. Like and subscribe.